Hey guys, I wanted to give an update on how the appointment went today with the hernia surgeon. We went this morning and saw him, and he thinks that it is something that needs to be taken care of as soon as possible, that we don't really have time to wait. So they did go ahead and schedule him for October 16th, so we have roughly like 2 weeks to get something planned and figured out and to be down here for like a week. So that is something we had to figure out. They said that the risk of waiting is high. Again, if his hernia was to get stuck out and couldn't go back in, it could die. Then you're just playing with time is what he said. His intestine could die. So we decided that it just needs to be done. That way we don't have to worry about it. They're not going to do the mesh, which is what I had read up on is normally the practice, but they're just going to completely sew it up. So the healing process will take about a week, so he won't be we won't be going home for about a week. Mainly because the drive is so rough on him, and just being in that sitting position for that many hours after a surgery, because of where his hernia is, it's like towards his groin area, so that's like just having it all bent and pulling on that. So we will be down here for about a week then, and I'll update again when things get closer and stuff. So we are really trying to figure this out, because like I've said before, we have something every single week this month. Brayden is supposed to have his rods lengthened this month. He is supposed to see his cardiologist. So there's a lot that we have that we're gonna have to move around, and just a lot of doctor's appointments going on. So I'm going to add some links in the description. One of them is for his Facebook account, where you can go and follow along his story, because I guess there's more to it on Facebook, because you can go all the way back and follow from day one and read his story. And then obviously you can come here, because that's the plan of this now, but if you want to follow along there too. And the other is just a link to a GoFundMe that we have put up, that I really don't wish we had to use, but just there's so many appointments, they're back to back. It's stressful. So if you could at least just share that link, that would be super helpful for us. If you can donate, that would be amazing, but I'm not asking. So we're just trying to get through his appointments and his surgeries, and now that he's having this surgery, which we assumed that he could be having surgery soon. I just didn't expect it to be so soon. I kind of expected to have time to figure things out, and was hoping for it to be at a later time where it wasn't in the midst of so many things going on, so many doctor's appointments this month, as it is. So it's just super hard to try to schedule everything. It's so hard to be out of town so much. Literally, we're going to be out of town the month of October and November more than we are at home. So that is crazy. That is expensive. It's hard, stressful. So if you could just keep us in your prayers, keep Brayden in your prayers, hold him dearly, and hope that everything goes amazing with everything that he has coming up, that our travels are safe, that we can, manage to do all of these things that we have scheduled. So that would be super helpful and great. Brayden did not want to be in this video just because he does not like talking about it. He has a trauma and PTSD trigger when it comes to talking about hospitals after what he went through. Understandably so. He's been through a lot in his life, but the worst was his spine surgery. It wasn't the experience, the nurses, the doctors, everybody was great. It wasn't that. It's just it was so traumatic on his body to go through that, and then the 55 days in the hospital. all the pokes and the needles. Brayden's worst thing out of every doctor, every visit, or every hospitalization, or every test, or every anything is IVs. He does not like IVs. So, and then I think that he's afraid that when he receives, like when he comes back for surgery, that he'll be in the hospital for months, because he was for so long before. So I think that's what he's nervous about. But he did get very upset in the doctor's office today when he found out, and he broke down. He doesn't handle news like this very well, just because of what he's been through, and I understand. I mean, I can't imagine how it feels to constantly be in this situation. Like, as a parent, I can, but I can't as like it being him that's happening to, and being his age, and he's just wanting to go play, and he's just wanting to live life, and he's just wanting to go. And every time we get somewhere, it literally feels like we're being kicked while we're down, because we just can't get past this point. So much has happened to him in the past year, and it seems like so much more is still going to, and it's just so rough to deal with. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of explain that's why he's not in this one today. He asked me, he knows that I'm notifying you guys and letting you guys know. He said that was perfectly fine. He just didn't want to be into it because he was afraid that he might cry. And he didn't want to do that. So we respect his privacy about that and stuff. I just kind of wanted, and he said it was okay to like let you guys know, excuse me, that he was a little emotional. And so if you guys could pray for him too, and his well-being and just general, and just like his nerves and his anxiety about it and everything, so that this can be as smooth as possible, because he is terrified. Even just normal doctor's appointments are getting really hard for him because of all the stuff that he's been through. He, the other day at the doctor's office, he had, like, all of the kids had to go together, and they were going to have to give my daughter, she's 4, they were going to have to give her 4-year shots. And when they brought him in the room, he started losing it. I mean, he was hysterical because he thought it was for him. I mean, he's just been through so much that he just can't process it. So, anyways, I just wanted to give this little short update about that. And hopefully we can get back to some more fun type videos. A lot of people really like the videos that we did yesterday with Brayden. And he really enjoyed them. Just today, he's not really up to spirits, because we weren't really expecting it to be so soon. In fact, they wanted to do it. He actually brought up doing it Monday, which is like, today's Thursday. So, but then he said that he needed to wait because of his schedule, the surgeon. So it did give us a little bit of time. Like I said, to try to get other things figured out. We have 2 kiddos at home to place and figure out, and it will most likely be just me coming back out here at Brayden, because we just, childcare is just so hard to find, and it's so hard to do. And then, there's just a lot of factors that go into it, which I have spoke briefly about, but we don't really know yet. I would love for my husband to be here, or Brayden would love for his daddy to be here, probably more so than me, but we are going to try our best to figure it out. The other 2 can't miss school. The attendance thing is super strict, and this is not I don't want to say a good enough reason, but because it does not affect them. This is what we went through last year, because it does not affect them. It's not them having the procedure. It's not them seeing the doctor. They're not excused. So, and that's a big deal. Like I said, the attendance is a big issue. They take that very seriously. So we are going to figure something out on everything. I just need to take a deep breath and trust that this will work out somehow. It is very hard mentally to keep going down this road, to keep going down, every single time we see a doctor, it's something else. Honestly, I probably should have saw it coming this morning. I shouldn't have expected anything less. It's just our luck. Which, I mean, I don't want to complain too much. It's just hard as a mother to, see my child go through this. And obviously I want him helped as soon as possible. I don't want to wait. It's not that. It's just so hard in every single aspect. There is no way to put it any other way. it takes a toll on everyone and every aspect, you know, your mentally, physically, financially. Can't say that one enough because it's so expensive. And I don't mean to laugh. You know, it's just crazy hard. And my son is missing so much school. He missed so much last year, and he's going to be missing this year. And it's so hard to keep him academically in line. It's so hard to keep the other two. You know, like I said, it's just hard. There's so many different factors that come into it, and I just don't think that's another reason, you know, I wanted to bring this up, is like I don't think that people think that far into it. You know, even my own family, I don't think that they realize either. I don't think anybody does. I don't think, and like I don't mean that in a mean way. I just don't think that people think that far into it, of all the little bitty pieces that you have to put into it for it to be done. So anyways, that is the video for today, or for now anyways. We'll see how Brayden feels later. If he wants to, we'll do it. If not, we'll just wait. And I'll have more videos for you probably in a few days. So that's that update. So if you guys will keep us in your prayers and continue to especially keep Brayden in your prayers, you know, prayers for peace for all of us, peace of mind, just trust and in God that everything's going to be okay, because it's hard. And I know that it will be. I know that it will be, but it's so hard. And, you know, it's just like one thing after another. And I just want to get ahead, you know. Again, if you'll check out those links that are going to be in the description, that would be great. And then we'll see you guys in the next one, okay?